Welcome, Linux distribution installers, to a tutorial on installing Ubuntu 14.04 Trusty in Virtualbox 4.3. So, let's get started. Launch Virtualbox. Create a new virtual machine. Give it any name you'd like. In this case, I'm going to use Trusty. For the system type, select Linux, and for the version, select 64-bit Ubuntu. In this step, we configure how much memory will be allocated to the virtual machine. The default is 512 megabytes. Let's increase that to 2048 in order to improve performance. We would like to create a new virtual hard drive and use the default virtual drive disk image type. In this step, we configure how the disk image, which stores the virtual hard drive on the host system, is allocated on disk. We have two different options for allocating the disk image. The first is dynamically allocated, in which the size of the disk image will grow as data is added to it. Our second option is fixed size, which means that the disk image will be allocated with its maximum size immediately on creation. Since the dynamically allocated option is faster, we are going to use that setting. In this step, we configure the maximum size of the virtual hard drive. The default is 8 gigabytes. In order to increase the amount of space available for data, increase the size to 20 gigabytes. Now that we've created our virtual machine within Virtualbox, let's download the Ubuntu installation media. So, launch a web browser, navigate to ubuntu.com, select the download link, select the Ubuntu desktop link, and we would like to download Ubuntu 14.04 Trusty, 64-bit. So select the orange download link. In this step, we have the option of donating to Canonical. This is of course up to you. In my case, I'm going to skip this step by selecting Not Now, take me to the download. At this point, the installation media will begin downloading in ISO form. Wait for it to complete. In my case, since I've downloaded the file already, for the sake of expediency, I'm going to cancel the download and close my web browser. Once the file has finished downloading, return to Virtualbox, highlight the new virtual machine that we created, click Settings, click Storage. Under Storage Tree, highlight the CD icon by clicking on it, and select the installation media by clicking on the smaller CD icon under Attributes, and choose a virtual CD DVD disk file. Navigate to the location on your file system where you downloaded the installation media. It should have this name, Ubuntu 14.04 desktop amd64.iso, and click Open. Then click OK, and double click on the virtual machine in order to launch it. The virtual machine is now booting into the Ubuntu Trusty installer, so we will wait until the first prompt appears. We are now in the Trusty installer. In this first screen, we select our language, which in my case is English, and click Install Ubuntu. In the preparing to install a Ubuntu window, we want to select the option to download updates while installing and then continue. We want to take the default option of erasing the disk and installing Ubuntu under installation type. We're waiting for the disk to erase. In the Where Are You window, select your geographic location to set the time zone. For the keyboard layout, select your desired keyboard language. I'm going to select English US for both and continue. In this window, Who Are You? We set some personal information about the machine installation. Type your name. I'm going to use Loud. Set your computer's name. In my case, I'm going to set it to Loud VM. Select a username. I will use Loud. And then set a password for this new user, which you will then use to log into the machine once it has installed and rebooted. You want to require your password to log in and continue. At this point, we wait for the Ubuntu installer to finish executing. Once it finishes, the virtual machine will reboot into your new freshly installed system, at which point you can log in and begin using it. Thanks for watching the tutorial.